That's how he scores! Declan Darcy off a deflection. Winds up, shoots, chance out front, he scores! Patrick Shane backdoor ties it up. This one out into the slot. Here's a shot. Kate scores!
We are live from Centennial Ice Arena for tonight's SHL Game of the Week on YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast where tonight we have a classic rivalry matchup between New Trier Green and Loyola Gold alongside Taylor Ramelt. I am Max Anderson live from Wilmette for tonight's contest where, regardless of records, Taylor, these two teams get together and we're going to have a good game here tonight.
Every time, no matter who's on top in the standings, we're always going to have a good matchup between the Ramblers and the Trevians. Obviously, these two teams have been just down the street from each other for years, and they're familiar foes. They played each other 6 times last season, with New Trier taking the best of it, 4-2. Loyola won the SHL, as we know, and then New Trier knocked out Loyola in the championship game of the state playoffs. So very familiar with each other. And I did a little research, Max, before the game started, between just Loyola and New Trier, two of the most dominant programs in Illinois high school hockey history. We have a 401 to 118 in terms of wins and losses in just the last 4 seasons, all 4 state championships coming between these two teams alone. These two know each other very well, and there's some good hockey always played between the Ramblers and the Trevians.
Year in, year out, you get to the top teams in the state.
Always.
A little bit slower so far for Loyola thus far this year. Obviously turned over a lot of players. Only 3 returning varsity starters here to Loyola Gold. Something to keep an eye on as we continue to move through the season.
It absolutely, as you said, only 3 players returning. New Trier had plenty more, so they're a young group, but they're looking to get going.
We are moments away from puck drop here, and Wilmette will step aside for one more moment and come back with puck drop in here in just a moment. Back at a absolutely packed Centennial Ice Arena, standing room only in many parts of the arena. You got people lining the boards. Anytime you get Loyola and New Trier together on a Saturday night, you're going to get a good crowd, and that's no different here tonight.
Surrounded on both sides by New Trier faithful and Loyola faithful. Nobody is sitting, so you said it, madhouse.
For Loyola tonight, getting the start in net is going to be Benjamin Morrow. It's been a bit of an open competition. Owen Hart's gotten the most of the starts for Loyola so far in SHL play, but it'll be Morrow getting the start. We'll step aside here for the Star Spangled Banner. Could be played in just a moment. absolutely electric crowd every time these two teams get together. And Taylor, I don't know about you, I look forward to these matchups as much as any we do all season long.
Yeah, they're always fun, aren't they? Just endless amounts of action. As you know, Loyola being the private school in the district, where at least all of these New Trier kids are attending, between Winnetka, Wilmette, Glencoe. A lot of their friends that they grew up playing club hockey with as kids, youth hockey before high school. Most go to New Trier, but plenty go to private school at Loyola. So some of these kids have been next door neighbors growing up. So there's always a little bit of extra fuel in the fire when these two teams come together.
And sometimes it comes across a little bit cliche, but these schools are literally separated by a quarter of a mile.
Yeah,
they couldn't be closer if they tried.
When the football teams and lacrosse teams play each other, they get in full pads in their respective locker rooms on their campuses, and they walk down the street to the opposing team stadium. It is just down the street, so no love lost, and always a fun matchup between New Trier and Loyola.
Mentioned Benjamin Morrow starting in net tonight for Loyola. Opposite him is Preston Wan, only getting his second SHL start. Had very serious health issues early in the season. He is playing at an incredible level considering some of the issues he had early on. And it is great to see him back in net, the junior for New Trier. But we are underway. Here's Loyola's going to get the puck off the drop in the neutral zone. Quickly corralled by Charlie Calaby. Dumps it up into the New Trier zone, taken away by Brian Dolby. Dolby, one of those returning starters for New Trier, one of the key cogs on the back line for the Trevians. Tries to play it up to Zelazny. Now Ware with a nice move around one defender, looking for some space along the near side boards. Drops the puck, no one home for New Trier, taken away. Spun up the boards, but kept in by Dolby. Dolby rink wide, winds up, shoots. Oh, deflected just wide, and it's up against the pad of Morrow, and we get our first whistle. So New Trier with a good rush off the start, just 40 seconds into the game.
Yeah, you said it, quick start by the Trevians. What an absolute cannon of a slap shot from the point. A nice save by Loyola's Ben Morrow. But we're already getting some pushing and shoving early into this matchup. We love to see that. Add a little love between these two teams.
One of the things to keep an eye on, though, for sure, is which team makes more mistakes. Obviously, the team that ends up on the penalty kill more often is going to be in a disadvantaged position. Both these teams are such strong power play units that you don't want to be too physical and make a mistake for your team, as this puck is going to be forced out of the zone. Here comes Frieda for Loyola. He'll shoot that one into the belly of Watt, but out. Puck still loose and eventually corralled by a New Trier defenseman up to Hackett, who's not able to get the puck out of the zone. On with it is Ryan Boersma, but no one in on the forecheck as Loyola went for a line change. And we're 15 and a half minutes left here in the first. Turnover there, Hackett with the puck, can't get it on the end of the stick, still loose. And swatted aside by Cole Musick. Now up the ice comes Loyola. Cerveri took a tumble to the ice. Good clean play at the blue line by New Trier. McAndrew giving chase, another turnover. Couple of bad turnovers here. Going flying into the boards is McAndrew. He's able to get the puck back. Tries to drop it instead. Taken by John Kane.
Stretch pass intended for Ware, just missed his stick and hit his skate boot. That's what kept it in the zone for Loyola. Fortunate pop there for the Ramblers.
Now McCarthy will dump the puck deep. Was hoping for some help on the forecheck, didn't get much. Quickly taken away by Musick. He'll toss the puck out of the zone. And taken up now by Nolan. Nolan not able to get it around the far side forechecker, and Loyola again easily able to play it out. So Loyola clearly focused on clean exits out of the zone. Don't want to make mistakes in their own end. Oh, a collision between the linesman and Charlie Ware. Let's see if the linesman all right. He seems to be all right.
Charlie Ware didn't see the stripes sitting there over at the blue line.
He almost blended in. I didn't see him, to be honest with you. That icing call going to be waved off. Played on by Preston Watt. Now rink wide with some speed. Here comes Dolby. Dolby looking. He'll shoot that one into the chest of Morrow. And a face-off draw to the right of Morrow coming momentarily. Just 3 minutes into the game here. New Trier student section to our left, packed to the gills, standing room only. And they are into this game already. They want blood. Obviously, New Trier coming into the game undefeated thus far in the SHL and the #1 team in the state. Well on their way to another very good season. Here's a shot from Kane. That one blockered away by Morrow. And Loyola able to scoop the puck out. On come the Ramblers. Trying to get it to Frieda here. Frieda, chance, he scores! Nick Frieda gets the puck in the slot and puts it home.
Just a great effort there by Loyola's Nick Frieda. Always hustling hard with the puck. He streaks up the far side wing. He has a man and throws it in front. Puck finds its way to the back of the net, so Nick Frieda gets his Ramblers up on the board early here in the first, exactly the start the Ramblers needed. And a great, great effort there by Loyola's Nick Frieda.
It was Ryan Boersma who really made a nice play. Initially tried to center the pass, got blocked, got the puck back. And on a second centering attempt, the puck got through, and it's 1-0 Ramblers. And an ideal start for Loyola team that comes in ranked 7th in the state, just 5-4 at SHL play. It's been a bit of a challenge here early on for the Ramblers. Like we've mentioned, a young team. Here's a shot from the point. That one blocked out in front.
Lost it.
I lost it as well.
I think it's stuck in a leg pad or underneath some pants above the knee pad or something. The officials don't know where it is either, so they're gonna see this could be bad. They just had to go to the box to get an extra puck. So at some point, if it is stuck under the pants of one of these players, the puck could feasibly pop out on the ice during live play. Usually the officials will look around for the puck and have the players shake out their legs a little bit. Whoever did that shot block on Loyola's behalf, have him shake out his pads. But they went straight to get a new puck, so.
Assisted by number 21, Nicholas Braun.
Excuse me, it was Nicholas Braun that got the assist and was the centering pass. I thought it was Boersma. It was 2-1, not 2-6. So nice play by Nick Braun.
And Nick Frieda, that'll be his 5th point on the year, 2nd goal. He's no stranger to the score sheet, but he brings a lot more than that to this Loyola lineup.
Well, we mentioned Loyola's struggles just earlier this week, losing 4-1 to Barrington. Barrington, a good team, but Loyola at 5-4, just not where they want to be quite yet in the season. Still missing a couple of players, one to injury, and a couple of football players. That will surely help them, but they're still trying to find their feet in this league, which is as competitive as it's ever been in the history of the SHL. It is an incredibly deep league. GBS has a really strong team. Obviously, St. Viator, New Trier, GBN. It is a tough league night in and night out.
You mentioned it. We've added a few teams, St. Viator being one of them, one of the best teams in the state the last few years, has not been a participant in the Scholastic League. So they have made their...
Oh, it's going to be a hooking call, I would think. No, it doesn't get it.
Wow.
McEwen, nice play into the zone. Looked like it could have been hooking. Here's New Trier the other way. Cross ice pass. What a save by Morrow.
That puck was sitting there in the paint. A great job by Morrow, but the rebound was uncontrolled. Nobody in the neighborhood to play ball, so that puck will stay out of the net. But as we were saying, Viator added back to the league. That adds some more firepower to the top end. Viator being one of the top teams in the state the last few years, making their debut this season in the SHL.
GBN obviously up top as well, 7-0 so far in the league. Really being driven offensively. After a tough offensive year last year, they've been a lot better. They returned a lot of players, and they look to be a force in the league as well. Here's Frieda again, looking for another tally. McEwen knocks it loose, but Frieda's not able to control it. Back the other way comes New Trier's McCarthy. Now rink wide is Babnick. Babnick scoops, shoots. That one blocked in front by a Rambler, and not able to get it out. Puck comes back in. That puck's still not able to be out. It is finally forced out by Loyola. On comes McEwen. He's not able to get the puck deep. And New Trier take over. McCarthy in the neutral zone. Ware not able to handle it. Here comes Walker. Walker gets checked off the puck. Nice play.
That's a really nice play there by New Trier's Tyler Nolan.
Big
Oh
hit
my
behind.
goodness.
We've seen a couple of hits now where that stick's come off the ice. Haven't seen a penalty yet. So it'll be interesting to see how this game gets called. Here's a chance in the slot. Not able to handle it was Ware. New Trier presses on, able to keep the puck in the zone. Now below the goal line. Ware looks out in front, trying to clear it, can't. Rink wide from Syverston. Here's a shot. That puck loose in the slot. No one from New Trier could immediately handle it. Now backhand shot from Babnick. And that one's wide. Pinching up from his defensive spot is Syverson. Able to keep the puck in momentarily until the puck finally ends up. Preston Watt gonna play it. He's gonna try to get the play moving quickly. Brian Dolby near side boards. Dolby winds up, shoots. That one deflected off the stick of a Loyola defenseman and into the netting.
That was Loyola's Nick Braun finishing a hit on Caleb McCarthy down low behind the play. McCarthy just making the pass up along the near side wall, and he gets plastered by Nick Braun right in front of the Loyola faithful too. So they celebrate and bang on the glass as their classmate lays the lumber on the opponent.
10-14 left here in the first period, 1-0 Loyola. Couple of bodies down in behind the net, back to the point, not able to handle it.
Broken
Simon
stick.
Chong. Oh, you're right, broken stick.
That's why he dropped it right away.
Fortunate for New Trier not to get a chance there. Now on comes the Ramblers. Here's McAndrew. He'll shoot that one well wide. He'll try to chase after his own shot. Unable to get it. Exchanges possession here in the neutral zone. Rulis gets it wide. Finally spun in by Ware, but not all the way out. And tossed back out in the neutral zone. Loyola not playing any games here tonight. They're not necessarily looking to pass out of their own zone. They want to get the puck out of their zone quickly and limit the exposure they have defensively. Now here's Frieda, can't handle the puck at the blue line. That's going to be a hand pass. And with 9:10 left in the first, this face-off draw to come just outside the New Trier zone. It'll be Colin Cougar and Boersma. Now McAndrew can't handle the puck in the neutral zone, so neither team able to find much tape so far here tonight, and a little bit sloppy on the offensive end, both sides. Now McEwen tries to get it to Boersma. But a nice play along the half boards, and that puck's cleared out by New Trier.
So McCarthy, some sloppy play in his own zone there, but Tyler Nolan doing a nice job. We've already talked about him on the broadcast tonight.
Here's a chance in front, big shot here. That one gets through, another shot, and that big save by Morrow. He's down, but Loyola able to take the puck away and up the ice. Here come the Ramblers, and Joseph Cusick just sends it in deep, and Freddie Fitzsimmons on the other end of it. Now battle in the near side corner. O'Rourke waits for it. Can't get it. Here's Music. Here's a shot deflected in front. Never got through. Now battle for it in the far side corner. Miller. Braun takes it away. Turns around. Looks for some help. Can't get the puck in front of the net. Now Fitzsimmons. Braun and Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons looking for a lane. Can't find one. Here's Braun trying to get it out into the slot. Blocked there by New Trier defenseman. And far side boards out with it will be Charlie Ockery. Now Buddington, he'll send the puck deep on the forecheck. Easily taken away by Loyola. Loyola really clean in their defensive end. They continue to be 10 minutes into the game. That's got to be something Coach DJ LeVar loves to see.
It absolutely is, especially with a young team. He wants to get these guys working hard from the get-go.
Now Syverson able to force the puck out. Here's a chance for Hackett. Hackett, he'll shoot. Big pad save for Morrow. Hackett had blue line into himself. Couldn't put it home.
As I was saying, Max, New Trier's Tyler Nolan.
Here's another chance. Here's a shot. That one off the shoulder and spun around Dolby. Near side point. Getting pressure from Dylan Kana. Side of the net, looking for something in front. Cross ice. What a pass. What a save, Morrow.
Wow.
Benjamin Morrow is locked in early here, folks. A couple of really impressive saves here in the first period. Here's another shot. That one blocked in front, never got through. Behind the net, looking for something in front. A lot of bodies in front. That in the slot couldn't be handled. And Loyola's going to be able to clear it. They're going to take an icing.
What a series of saves by Loyola Morrow. Unbelievable goaltending so far for the Ramblers. But as I was saying about New Trier's Tyler Nolan, he's a physical defenseman. He's hasn't laid big hits so far tonight, but this is the second or third time we've discussed him getting his body in the right place and slowing down an aggressive Loyola dump and chase just by blocking the lanes for these Loyola forwards. He's doing a really nice job of using his body.
No question. New Trier's putting the pressure on. They've had 2 or 3 grade A chances now. Now side of the net, looking for some space behind, can't find it. Instead, fired back to the point. That shot deflected from the point with Simon Chong. Able to keep it in at least momentarily until Boersma forces it out. Back to get it, Chong. He gets checked down on the ice. McEwen with a nice play. Not able to follow up for the Ramblers. Here comes Ware. They can have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Boersma does a nice job of getting back. Drop pass. Here's a shot. And into the belly of Morrow.
Nick Frieda thought he had a man trailing him, so he dropped the backhanded pass there. But it ended up being a blue jersey in the neighborhood, not a white one, and it went back the other way. Nick Frieda needs to watch the turnovers there just as he walks in the blue line, but otherwise having a really solid game so far for the Ramblers.
Tied up face-off draw. Eventually it's New Trier that's able to handle it. Now near side corner, battle for it, able to chip it out are the Ramblers. On comes Braun for Loyola, not able to hold it in the neutral zone, and back to corral it in his own zone is Cole Music. That hot pass goes deflecting into the Loyola zone. 5:39 left here in the first period. A Nick Frieda goal in the first 5 minutes is our only tally thus far. Max Anderson here with you. Taylor Ramble to my right. Of course, Jimmy the Wiz Olsen bringing you all the great views here. Our technical director, and Matt Booten, our cameraman. A wonderful crew here on the SHL Game of the Week. Stretch pass. Here's Braun. Braun with a shot. Big save by Watt. That backhanded swat's going to go nearly take out the scoreboard operator. He went flying.
Who needs him? Who needs him? What a beautiful stretch pass up the near side to Braun, though. Wonderfully placed. Gave him plenty of room to pull the puck to his outside stick hand. He was able to move towards the front of the net and get a shot off to the weak side, but a nice save there by the New Trier netminder will keep things at 1-0.
Back to the point. Spinning around is Calpe. Now Syverston going to try to dig it out. O'Rourke with him as well. Near side half boards battle between 3 or 4 players. Out with it comes Syverston. Looking for a long pass. We're going to have an interference. Just a bad penalty.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was insanely stupid. That's a selfish piece of play.
And McAndrew's going to go to the box. That's one of the dumber penalties you'll ever see. Absolutely no reason to do what he just did.
No reason whatsoever. Loyola being outscored so far in the first periods on the season in SHL play pretty heavily by more than a 2-1 margin. They're having a nice start here so far against the #1 team in the state. They're up 1-0, and you take a stupid penalty right there to give the Trevians a man advantage here. That's just ill-advised on behalf of
2-minute interference. Here's New Trier's first chance. Here's a shot in the slot. That one fought off by Morrow. That one had some good pace on it. Back up top. Here's wind up. Here's a shot. Never got through. Puck now loose in the high slot. New Trier able to get it back. Here's Dolby. Hot pass, but a good stick from Braun to disrupt the timing of the Trevians there. Forces it in behind the net. Now with it comes Ackery. Now Dolby.
2 minutes for roughing at 4:58, resulting in a
Cross ice, back door, here's a chance. Oh, quick shot. Morrow just does get down into the butterfly in time not to let that puck through.
They won't get enough time. Loyola only able to change one body on the PK so far with that dump. Nice play by New Trier through the neutral zone. Shortened up that shift change, or what was intended to be a shift change for Loyola.
Dolby up top, drops to Ackery. Now back up top, Dolby, he winds up, he shoots. That one went wide, couldn't tell if it got a deflection or it was just a wide shot.
Looked like it was blocked by Loyola's Braun up in the high slot.
Now Ackery trying to dig it out of the corner. 49 seconds left on the power play. Not much yet for New Trier. Here's Dolby again up top. Back far side circle. Here's a shot. What a save by Morrow. Absolutely locked in has been Morrow so far, and that keeps the game at 1-0 with 41 seconds left on the power play for the Trevians.
We don't have a shot counter here on the video boards, but he has to have seen at least 12 shots or so, I'd say. Maybe more, maybe closer to the 15 shot mark. But he's been wonderful so far here tonight. for the Ramblers.
Back to Puglisi. Rink wide. Here's a shot from Kane, deflected. Just a little bit wide of the near side post. Now battle in the corner for it. Clark Johnson among the attendees for Loyola. Losing his stick in the corner was Music. Here's a shot. That one hit a bunch of bodies. Still sitting in the slot. Backhanded shot. What a save by Morrow.
Morrow sprawling out and getting his pads all the way across his crease to make that save. Some more great goaltending.
Now Kane waits for it. Instead, here's a shot. That one never got through. A good block by Fitzsimmons. And that's the end of the power play. Loyola back at full strength. McAndrew heads straight to the bench. Loyola gets the fifth skater on the ice. Here's a shot. That one blocked and never got through. Man, Loyola's probably got, Taylor, at least 7 or 8 blocked shots already. They've been very active, not trying to let pucks get through their goaltender. New Trier really having the better of the action here. I'd say probably 2-1 in the overall shots margin here.
I would say that's absolutely correct. And New Trier is able to move the puck nicely, but what Loyola's done a good job of is keeping the chances to the perimeter. They haven't let much through the slot into the high danger chances. Now we saw New Trier move the puck around wonderfully, but really only get shots from 20 to 30 feet out from the goalie.
And you're also seeing once the puck does get in the slot, Loyola doing a really nice job of tying up sticks, not giving any clean looks in the slot.
Yep.
See defensemen very quickly moving guys out from in front of the crease. Been a really good defensive game plan thus far for Loyola.
And it's worked wonderfully so far here in the first. Now, McAndrew's back on the bench. He certainly owes his teammates, I would expect, a nice apology for the selfish piece of play that led to a few chances there, and he may have to go over and give his goalie a nice tap on the pads. He looked wonderful all throughout that power play.
2:18 left here in the first period. Max Lasny comes on for New Trier to take the face-off. Opposite him, Ryan Borsman. New Trier wins it. Here's a shot blocked in front. Never got through. Count how many times I've said that so far tonight. Loyola just doing a great job of being in the shooting lanes.
Freda just steamrolled over New Trier's McCarthy when the two went to make a play on the puck at the blue line. Poor McCarthy's been on the receiving end of a couple big hits. There by Freda earlier in the game, by Braun behind his own net. McCarthy's going to be a little bruised after tonight's action.
Trent Kane with a shot there deflected by Zelazny. That went wide, but that was an open forward right in front of the Loyola net that got a clean deflection off. Something like this is the first time we've seen that. Anytime a New Trier Trevian has been in front of the net, they've been quickly cleared out by Loyola defense. Not that time, but the deflection went wide. Colby and Syverson trying to get the puck out, turned over there. Here's Fitzsimmons. Oh, he had more time than he realized, just fired it on net. Chance in the slot. That could have been a check from behind. We didn't get one. A little bit surprised we didn't get one in the slot there, Taylor. And it's going to be a hand pass. Taylor, this hit down here,
yeah,
it could have been a hit from behind.
It could have. I don't know if it was intentional. It looked like the two players were turning at the same time. Dolby lost the puck at his feet, had to play a little bit of soccer, was looking down to make the play at the puck to knock it into the near side corner, and was somewhat run into from behind. I am in agreement with the no call. It could have been something, but it would have been a little soft if you ask my opinion.
Generally, what we found this season ourselves asking is, how is the game going to be officiated? Game in, game out seems to be different. So far, I think the answer here tonight is loosely. Both these teams have gotten away with a couple of things without penalties being called. So
nothing egregious by any means, but
certainly a couple penalties. Here's a good interception in the middle of the ice by Kana.
What a great piece of play by Hackett there by New Trier, lifting the stick and turning the puck the other way for Acri.
Acri shoots easily into the glove of Morrow. I mean, Morrow's just locked in, Taylor. I can't even think of a bad rebound he's given up. He's been absolutely stellar thus far with 50 seconds left in the first period.
I'm with you. I'm in agreement. I can't think of a bad piece of play or rebounds given up on his behalf either. He's just been completely dialed in.
New Trier will go full sail changes, bring on 5 new bodies. Face-off draw, won by Loyola. Here's Music, taking the puck out himself, skating with some speed and space. Music drops down Freddie Fitzsimmons. Walker side of the net, a little bit awkward there, but Preston Watt able to easily fall on it. 36 seconds left here in the first period. Still 1-0 Loyola, thanks to a Nick Frieda goal in the first 5 minutes of the period. Face-off draw tied up. Here's a quick shot from Fitzsimmons, just wide of Watt, but he was ready for it. Played out by New Trier. Nice stick there from Kane. Kane tries to make a move around a couple of players, not able to. Still battling. What a effort here by John Kane. Doing it all himself behind the net. Now he's got the puck trapped against the boards. Under 10 seconds left here in the first period. Stick came up. Thought we could have seen a penalty there. We didn't get it. That puck cleared out, and that will do it for the first period. 1-0 your score after a period. And Taylor, while 1-0 the score, New Trier clearly pushing things down on the Loyola net.
I would agree. I think the shots have been a little closer to 2-1 perhaps. Again, the Loyola goaltending has been absolutely spectacular so far, but New Trier's been able to complete passes and really exit their zone successfully to spring forward and get the get the puck into the play in Loyola's half of the ice.
No question. We'll thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Game of the Week. CCTY Bearing, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, OPRF Hockey, Cognitive College Advising, and GBN Hockey. We'll take a quick timeout, catch our breath, come back with second period action in just a moment right here on your home for SHL Hockey YouTube Live. Arena. We had a fantastic first period here in Taylor. You know, in our fourth year here in the SHL, we've done a lot of these New Trier Loyola games, and it's not just these players, it's not just these fans. This game really does mean a lot to both of these communities.
It absolutely does. Family, friends, fans, students, alumni, you name it, people tuning in from all over the place. We have a few joining us tonight from the University of Wisconsin, a couple former Ramblers, former Gold players, Matt Parma, and Nicholas Freida's older brother, Sam Freida, joining us along with a multitude of other Trevian and Rambler faithfuls over the years, chiming into the broadcast to follow along with SHL action here on YouTube Live.
Thank you for joining us, fellas. Hope the adventures up in Wisconsin are going well. We're happy you could join us here tonight. That quick shot off the start of the period goes into the glove of Preston Watt. Mentioned only one SHL game played so far on the year for Watt. It was a 13-shot shutout about a week ago. Here's another save off of his shoulder. But just awesome to even see him playing hockey after some of the issues he had early in the season. He's playing at a very high level as well. Collision in front of the net, but Morrow going to drop on the puck. So far, Taylor, we've done several games here, but the performance thus far from Ben Morrow has been the best goalie performance through a period I've seen thus far this season.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I can compare it to one that's even come close. I mean, he's just been absolutely dialed in. Nothing is getting past him. He's seeing both posts. He's seeing the ice from everywhere. I mean, he's looked fantastic tonight.
Face-off draw to come to his left here in the Loyola zone. Cohen going to take it away. And that puck going to have to be corralled by Syverson in his own zone. Spins it around. Puck's going to go deep and be icing. Thought that might get waved. Puck got deflected in the middle of the ice. Looked like we weren't going to have an icing, but the whistle blows, and we're going to come back into the New Trier zone for a face-off to the right of Preston Watt. Now Walker to take the draw for Loyola. Tied up, battling for it. Walker eventually comes away with it. He shoots, but that one deflected wide, never got to the net. Back to the point, and Cowan just going to spin it around, takes a hit to make a play for the Ramblers, but no one from Loyola could come up with it. Iverson, a little bobble there in his own zone, nearly caused a problem, but able to force it out. Fitzsimmons in the corner, going to go play. He takes a big hit, but keeps the puck moving along. Still battling in the corner. Puck comes out into the slot. Fortunate for Loyola, the Rambler wasn't ready for it. Music is just going to toss it in deep, and Loyola's going to change 5 bodies. Of course, both teams with the long change here. Both their benches opposite their defensive zones. Always important to have clean dumps.
Nice piece of play through the neutral zone there by New Trier's Dolby. Returning defenseman for the Trevians.
Here's a chance for Loyola. Sprawling out what a stick. Sprawling at the end was where not to let the offensive zone chance for Loyola.
And now he's coming back the other way too.
Here's Gallagher, that shot blocked by Callipy. Gallagher able to get it back. Oh, awkward collision there behind the net. Well, Ramblers come out. Trying to stretch pass. Johnson there to step in. Not to let that stretch pass reach his defensive zone. Here come the Trevians. Here's a shot, that one over the crossbar of Ben Morrow. Back to take the puck now is Nolan. Trier really hasn't had much so far this period, been a little bit more balanced in terms of the play here on the ice. This puck spun around by Kevin Purcell. Haven't called his name much yet tonight, but always a force.
Charlie Ware there for the Trevians. I'm not sure if you saw, raced back to stop what was looking like an odd man rush, and a great opportunity for the Ramblers, then turned around and went completely as hard as he could back the other direction on a 2-on-1 for the Trevians. It was ultimately broken up, but just great 200-foot awareness and hustle. He's going to need a can of corn and a Coke. Get some legs back underneath him. He's probably gassed after that 200-foot shift.
Bunnington quickly gets the puck, but easily gloved by Morrow. 13:59 left here in the second period. Still 1-0 Loyola. Walker's going to win this draw. Purcell drops it near side boards to Braun. Now Cusick back to play it for Loyola. Side of the net, here's a shot. Sprawling is Morrow, chance out in front of the slot. Backhanded shot just misses the far post. So a little awkward moment there for Morrow, able to keep it together and keep the Trevians off the scoreboard. Hackett, pass back to the point. Here's a shot deflected, puck settles. And Purcell's just going to dump it as deep as he can. Happily take an icing if it goes that far.
It won't. That's a perfect piece of play there by Loyola's Purcell. Just flipping it up to the moon, hoping it gets out through the neutral zone, but not far enough for icing, and it does just that.
Here's Chong, sharp angle shot. That one goes wide, back on the point. Here's Dolby. Dolby will shoot, pad save, comes out to Hackett. Hackett looking, centering pass, good. Stick tied up by Cannon, not to let that happen. Here's a shot. That one's still loose underneath, he scores! Thought we had a whistle, and that's what Purcell is screaming about. I'm with him. I heard a whistle
I did too.
before that puck ever hit the back of the net.
I did too.
That is a really bad call.
And here's what happened. A slap shot from the point gets underneath the left leg pad of Morrow. He had it closed down on by his left leg pad, but he didn't know where it was. It was half emerging, and the Trevians in the area were able to just poke at his leg pad, popping it loose, and then just slid it into the goal mouth.
The Loyola coaching staff wants an explanation, and I am 100% with them.
Yep.
That should not be a goal for New Trier. We heard a whistle before that puck went into the back of the net, and so it might be a huge break for New Trier. The officials are talking about
Purcell is livid too. The defenseman that was sitting in the area, he stopped grabbing a hold of his man, thinking the play had been blown dead. Lo and behold, the puck is halfway loose under his goaltender's pad, and the Trevians just poke and prod until that pops into the back of the net. He's furious.
Green goal scored by number 91, Charlie Ackery.
You say play until you hear the whistle. I guess you can now say play past the whistle.
Yeah, that's a really bad break there for Loyola. They've played pretty well so far here. To be tied 1-1, you feel like it's a little unfair.
That's a cheap way to lose the S word that if he kept up his pace of play, it was looking like a certain possibility.
Well, Loyola will have to regroup here. Severi trying to do just that and press on. Big shot there. Dolby with some speed. Good stick from Music. Now rink wide here. Syverston with some space. Shoots. Deflected in front. Another follow-up shot. That one just missed the net. Here's a backhanded shot. Kane. That one goes over Morrow as well. Kept in at the point. We're going to have a penalty.
High hit. Yep. High hit. The high hit was delivered to Nick Frieda, and he is chirping as he's pointing towards his noggin and doing a little dance as he heads to the bench and his teammates head to the man advantage. The right call, the hit was high. It was a little iffy there for a moment for Loyola. You almost felt like sharks circling, some blood in the water for New Trier. So that'll certainly settle down some momentum for the Trevians.
Taylor, I don't know that I've ever seen a player as furious with an official as Kevin Purcell was after that goal. I've never seen a player that aggressive.
I mean, so the linesman, it seemed like the linesman, the one who's up at the near blue line who blew the whistle, the referee behind the net pointed at the goal, signaling that the goal was in fact a goal.
Taylor, I mean, we had a perfect vantage point from where we broadcast here with Centennial Ice Arena. That puck was not in the net.
No.
I know I heard a whistle.
I did too.
And maybe about a second after that, the goal go in.
The official pointed to the back of the net. Purcell skated right over to him, was arguing it. The other linesman in the neighborhood had to come over and remove Purcell, who was just absolutely livid, from the face of the referee behind the net.
Now here's a chance for Loyola. Here's Cowan. He drops the pass. Here's a wind up from Purcell, back to Cowan. Here's a chance in the slot. Not able to get a shot off was Borsva, and that shot cleared. So
Wow. 2 minutes for charging in a 10-minute misconduct.
So they'll be without John Kane here for pretty much the rest of the second period. Now Braun through the neutral zone, has it taken away. New Trier could have had a 3-on-1 if they didn't. Instead, they chose to dump it. Now Loyola comes back the other way. They're going to have a 4-on-2. Here comes Severi. Has skates wide. Nice defensive play again by Tyler Nolan to make sure that.
We've said his name a few times on the broadcast. He's just having a sound defensive hockey game tonight.
I mean, in a 4-on-2, he really forced that play wide and eventually really led a 4-on-2 to be practically a non-event.
Tyler Nolan's been very, very strong in his own zone. Really all over the ice, but a defensive, and we talked about earlier, physical game from him so far. Putting his body in the right spot, getting in people's way, clogging up lanes. He's having a great game.
25 seconds left on the power play for Loyola. Haven't really had a chance yet.
No.
And comes McEwen. Little drop pass, misses his man. Johnson there to recover. Johnson with some space. Stick work, drops in the slot, can't handle it there, and New Trier's gonna be able to clear it. That will just about do it for the power play. As in 3 seconds, we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey with under 10 minutes left here in the second period. Good rink wide pass, Walker able to dig it out, and Fitzsimmons takes it on, gets checked off the puck near side half boards. A couple of bodies hit the ice. Out with it come the Trevians. Here's O'Rourke. O'Rourke hesitates, waits. That go off the helmet.
Yep, right off the noggin.
Here's another shot. Morrow just past the far post. Fitzsimmons gets a fortunate bounce of the puck as it just jumps over the stick of Daniel Puglisi. Now a stretch past Shaw, missing the stick of Colin Cooker. Minutes left here in the second period, 1-1, a second period goal from Charlie Ackery. The tally that tied it for the Trevians. Here comes Canna. He'll dump it deep. McAndrew Gonna go try to chase it down. Canna joins him as well, waiting for it back at the points. Calpe, he doesn't get it. Chance out front of the net. And the stuff attempt from Cerveri doesn't go. Purcell's gonna have to retreat, and he gets ran right around. 2-on-1 opportunity. Backhand shot, he scores! What a pass from Simon Chong. And the finish from Ryan Gallagher, and it's 2-1 New Trier.
That is a gorgeous piece of play by the Trevians. Two guys caught on one side of the ice. Just some communication, basic communication on one half of the ice. They split apart, leading to a 2-on-1 backhand pass and a one-time shot. Beats Morrow. And that'll put the Trevians up 2-1 here in the second period.
And just like that, the Trevians take the lead. Battling behind the New Trier net.
Goal scored by number 76, Ryan Gallagher. Assisted by number 11, Simon Chong. Goal by Gallagher, assisted by Chong.
Chong with the only assist, and what a beauty of a pass it was to set up Gallagher in the slot, and he buried it. Now Buddington plays on. Here's Ackery. Drops it, Hackett. Gives it back, Ackery. Pitching for it is Nolan. He'll shoot. Looking for a deflection. Gets one in the slot, but not in the direction he was looking for. Out comes McEwen. Not able to get the puck to Braun. New Trier takes it right back. New Trier really threatening right now. We feel like another goal is imminent here for the Trevians, who are really pushing offensively.
Yeah, they sure are. I said it earlier after the first New Trier goal, but as soon as it was scored, you felt like,
ooh, big hit.
Wow.
But a stretch pass, here's a chance. Nice play in the defensive zone by Cole Music.
You felt the momentum pick up after the first New Trier goal, a couple quick opportunities and some cycles down low. A lot of offensive movement for the Trevians after the initial goal, and we saw it just again. I said earlier, sharks circling with blood in the water. It does feel that way. The ice surface almost tilted the way of the Trevians here after that goal.
Loyola trying to get something established offensively. But New Trier is just going to be able to dump it out of the zone. Played in the neutral zone. Exchange back and forth finally. Corralling it is Babnick. He'll drop it. Cole Music tries to dig it out. Quickly gets it on to Cowan. Oh, fortunate bounce for the Trevians. They'll get a chance here. Shot. Could have been a penalty in front from Music. He knocked down a player in the slot. I think he's fortunate not to get an interference there. We'll play on 5-on-5. Here's Cowan. Tries to either stretch pass or doesn't really find anybody. That'll be icing. We want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Game of the Week. CCTY Bearing, OPRF Hockey, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, Cognitive College Advising, and GBN Hockey. We thank them for their great support of the SHL and the SHL Game of the Week. Live here from Centennial Ice Arena alongside Taylor Ramel. I'm Max Anderson. As we often are from rinks around the area, bringing you the top high school hockey here in the state of Illinois. And we have a good game so far here tonight. New Trier leading 2-1 in the second period. Under 6 minutes left here in the second. Walker's going to check his man behind the ice, but able to get the puck to Johnson, but not out. Here's a shot from the point, deflected just wide of the net. Chong tries to keep it in, forced out by Walker. Walker trying to get some momentum going for Loyola. It really hasn't been much offensively here in the last 10 minutes or so. It's really been all New Trier. As this puck going to go all the way the length of the ice, but no icing. Calpe's back to Corral. He'll spin it out. Able to get it on to Fitzsimmons, and puck gets stuck in a pretty big buildup of snow there. As Fitzsimmons able to play it out. Johnson steps up now. Just trying to find something a little bit out of sync here is Loyola. Just haven't seen them able to execute much in the offensive zone. Fred Caden can't quite get that puck. Purcell just plays. Oh, no whistle. Thought that should have been offsides.
Nope, they all tagged up. He left the puck right over the line, waited for his teammates to tag up, and then popped it back in. Actually, pretty smart play there on his behalf.
Well, Purcell Enters the zone, he'll shoot, looking for a deflection backdoor, didn't get one. He was looking for William Schreiber to maybe get a stick on something towards the net, wasn't able to, and that's going to be Preston Watt falling on the puck and taking a defensive zone draw here with 4:41 left in the second period.
Tail of the tape so far, Max. In second period action, Loyola at a dead even in terms of goals for and goals against. New Trier with goals for at 15 and goals against 6. So second period action has heavily favored the Trevians so far in SHL play. Obviously, we have 2 goals so far for the Trevians in the second period, none on behalf of Loyola. So we continue to see these trends as games go on.
Wasted it and right in front of his bench was Cole Music. Took a big hit there. Gets right back up into the play. Now battle in the corner. 4 or 5 players come together. Out with it comes New Trier. And Brian Dolby. Dolby is aggressive defenseman in the offensive zone, as you'll see. Very skilled offensive player from his spot. Good check there. Music is just going to fire that puck. Oh, and gets buried, and we're going to have a penalty.
Yeah, that's the right call. He came in to stick up for his teammate, but the whistle had, well, the puck had been popped out of play already, and Gallagher just ran over Music.
I wonder if we'll see a misconduct on that one.
We absolutely may.
Already down
there's
one player.
The boarding call.
We'll wait the
I don't
PA.
see a second going to the box.
Not so far. Looks like it might just be a 2-minute minor, which I think Gallagher might be pretty fortunate for.
Yeah.
John Kane still in the box.
Yep, because right, exactly. The other player is Kane serving his 10-minute misconduct. Somebody could bring him a nice little tray of food, maybe a massage, but he's going to be in there for almost the entire rest of this period.
New Trier penalty to number 76, Ryan Gallagher, 2 minutes for roughing at 3:45.
Oh, roughing. They called it a rough.
2 minutes for roughing at 3:45.
Could have been a variety of things. Could have been unsportsmanlike. Could have been a few different
It could have been a
things.
charge. It could have been a board. Matter of fact, I thought they called a board. Not the case.
Face-off draw to come at center ice here. Boersman not able to win it. New Trier's Nolan back to get the puck, try to get the play going. He'll just fire the puck deep on the net of Morrow, so we won't have an icing. On comes Purcell. Now Braun not able to control it through the offensive zone. 1:30 left on the power play, and here's New Trier shorthanded. Just going to try to waste some time. Purcell tries a hip check, and they're going to play 4 corners.
A smart penalty killing there by the Trevians.
Now I believe that they'll fire that puck the length of the ice. So a solid 25 seconds wasted there by the Trevians. They might waste some more. Some poor puck handling there from Purcell. But Cowan able to corral it. Fires up Purcell. Tries to get it deep but can't. Loyola really struggling right now on the power play. Been a couple of ugly ones for the Ramblers.
New Trier just sending a lone forechecker. They're leaving a 2-1 trap through the neutral zone. It's causing some fits for the Ramblers so far in the penalty kill.
Johnson able to free Caden off the puck. Here's Frida with some speed. He'll just dump it deep and hope for some help on the forecheck. He's got Walker trying to dig the puck out, but out with it come the Trevians and easily cleared. 1 and done on the dump and chase for Loyola. 23 seconds left on the power play. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the period. Fitzsimmons gets the puck played on. He takes a hit, gets the puck further along as well. Here's Syverston, tries to get it out, kept in momentarily by Johnson, and throws it out of his own zone. That one's going to be played by high stick.
That's a high stick, yep.
So just a terrible penalty, power play, from Loyola. And give New Trier credit, you called it, Taylor.
They send
that neutral zone, really causing fits.
Yep, they send that lone forechecker in to rush the defenseman trying to get the breakout pass, and then they set up 2 men right across the blue line and 1 man back. It's a 2-1 neutral zone trap. And the Loyola forwards just were not able to figure out how to break through.
Now Loyola, if they hurry, they could have a 3-on-2. McAndrew gets the puck along. Gets it deep. There goes the odd man advantage, but they'll try to get something started in the offensive zone. There's Canna. He wasn't able to hold the puck. Out with it comes New Trier. Canna gets it back down. Gets his stick tied up. We'll just drop it now to McAndrew. Gets it out in front. Knocked away by a Trevian defenseman. Puck still loose. Back to the point. Here's a shot, but that one was blocked. Back the other way comes New Trier. Canna able to just lodge. Here's O'Rourke. He whiffs on the shot. He had some space.
He had a lot of space.
Chance.
Yep. Just slid right underneath his stick blade.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Cerveri now, puck loose here in the slot. Oh, what a save by Morrow. And he deflected in. What a heads-up play by O'Rourke.
I was just going to say,
shot it off
he
of
did.
Morrow's
He did.
back.
The puck was behind the goal line. O'Rourke picked it up, saw that there was nobody with a blade down in front of the net. So what he did was shoot it off the back of Morrow. He fired it right on front, and it finds its way behind the goal mouth. Some gimmicky goals. Poor Morrow after some spectacular goaltending. And Purcell comes over and gives him a stick tap, tells him to keep his head in it, but some tough goals given up by the Ramblers in strange ways, shapes, and forms. One from behind the goal line, one that was probably not a goal. We heard the whistle.
And with 33 seconds left here in the second period, Loyola now finds himself down 3-1.
Ryan O'Rourke. Making his second assist of the game, number 11, Simon Chong.
So again, Chong
Goal
gets
by O'Rourke, assisted by
the
Chong
assist on
at
the play.
80 seconds.
His second point of the evening. Of course, that beautiful pass he had earlier in the game to set up Gallagher's goal. Chance for Loyola. Fitzsimmons with some space. Look at the hustle coming back for New Trier was John Hackett. Looked like a 2-on-1 opportunity for Loyola, but Hackett quickly erased that opportunity. Now comes Dolby the other way. Looking, passes, misses his man. And Cusick's going to be able to clear the puck, at least for the moment. Morrow plays on to Purcell. Now Purcell gets trapped against the boards by Babnick. And that's going to be the end of the period. So after 2 periods here in Wilmette in this rivalry game,
The neutral figure skating team will be performing a routine
it's
momentarily.
3-1 New Trier. We'll take a quick timeout, let the ice clean, catch our breath, come back with third period action right here on your home for SHL Hockey, YouTube Live. Back here live at Centennial Ice Arena for third period action alongside Taylor Ramble. I am Max Anderson. Live for third period action, alongside Taylor, I'm Max Anderson. 3-1 lead for New Trier as we get started here in the third period. It was a first period that was led by Loyola thanks to an early Nick Frieda goal, but three second period goals for New Trier put them in control of this game.
Yeah, it sure did. We saw New Trier tilt the ice with a couple goals that we've talked about it already. A little iffy. One shot from behind the goal line that Morrow would love to have back. One that had a whistle blown beforehand, and the officials still ruled the goal upheld. So tough breaks for Loyola. And their netminder in Morrow, who's been fantastic so far this evening. But it certainly tilted the ice in favor of the Trevians, and they poured it on with 3 in the second. In the third period so far in SHL play, we talked about the second, but in the third period, Loyola and New Trier both heavily outscoring opponents. They've had success in the third on the season by finishing off opponents, working hard, and burying some late leads. Obviously, Loyola is going to need to do much of the former, and New Trier needs to play some solid defense and try to keep this score as close to what it is now as possible.
For Loyola, it's really been the story of the season, which has just been offensively. They just don't have the firepower I think we're used to seeing Loyola Gold have. Not able to finish as much around the net.
Yeah,
not as much tape-to-tape passing and clean play.
Right, we're used to seeing a lot more of the high-level skill players sprinkled throughout the lineup. There's a lot of skill, there's a lot of talent.
Penalty early on, and New Trier's going to head to the power play after a slash that's going to go against Loyola.
A lot of skill, a lot of talent, a lot of speed, grit, and sandpaper, but the high-level skill we're a little short of on this year's Gold team that we're not used to seeing out of Gold the last few years. The guys that can pick pockets, snipe the corners of the net, and have an awareness of where their teammates are at all times.
It's going to be Joseph Walker to the box for 2 minutes here, and a chance for New Trier to deliver really a knockout blow here earlier in the third period if they're able to find a power play goal. Here's Ackery. Drop far side circle up top. Dolby back to Ackery, far side circle. Here's a shot. Oh, what a save by Morrow.
Morrow just getting down and making these cross-crease saves with his pads, able to drop into the full butterfly, almost in full splits.
Side of the net now, here's a shot. Another sprawling save, but it never got through. Far side circle, puck, and another save by Morrow.
It was a save. I think he kicked the peg off too. But man, he can get post to post in an instant.
Minute 30 left here on the power play for New Trier. 2-minute minor against Joseph Walker. Just ill-timed and not good for Loyola. Here's a shot from Dolby, easily padded aside, back up top Dolby, winds up again, he'll shoot again, gets through again and again, saved by Morrow. Far side corner, now behind the net. Looking for something in the middle of the ice, can't find it. Trying to get the puck back to Dolby, good stick by Cerveri. Ackery able to corral the puck, and a hush comes over the crowd. It got really quiet here for a moment. Now Dolby wide, loses the puck at the circle, but gets it back. Here's Dolby, shoots, that one pad save from Morrow again, and cleared out by the Ramblers. The Trier's gonna make a change.
And change 4 bodies.
48 seconds left here on the power play. Now up the ice comes Trent Caden. He blew a tire there in the neutral zone, able to play on are the Trevians. Getting the puck, far side circle, retreats now Kane after sitting out much of the second period with that misconduct penalty. Drops far side circle, back up top Kane, swings it, cross ice. Here's a shot, that one blocked in front. Knocked away by Loyola, trying to clear it, and they're able to.
We're seeing it again on this power play, Max. New Trier able to move the puck beautifully. It's just the shots being forced to be made from the perimeter. Loyola blocking them in front, dropping down to one knee and taking away shooting lanes. They've been very good at it so far.
Bad turnover there from the Trevians. Here's a chance, backhanded shot just wide. McAndrew was all alone in front of Preston Watt, was not able to put it on net, and what a golden opportunity off the mistake in their own end by New Trier. Loyola not able to capitalize.
It sure was. McAndrew pulled it from his forehand to his backhand and tried to pick the top right corner. You almost wonder what would have happened if he had just shot it from his forehand with a lot more accuracy instead of trying to pull it to his backhand and trying to pick that odd corner up high. Nonetheless, a grade A opportunity for the Ramblers on a sloppy piece of play.
Loyola was going to need to get back in this game. I mean, not that they're out of it, but they really, like we mentioned, don't get the same kind of offensive chances that we're used to. So when you get one that's that good, you've got to bury it. If you're McAndrew, and here's a high hit, doesn't get a call. Back to take it for Loyola's Purcell. Good stick in the neutral zone, disrupt the rhythm of Loyola was New Trier's O'Rourke. This one's going to be fired into the far side corner. A couple Ramblers will head in and try to get something done on the forecheck, but easily cleared out by the Trevians. O'Rourke tries to catch up with that puck. Cole Music's able to easily steer it into the neutral zone, back to take it there. New Trier's O'Rourke. Spins it up ice. McCarthy. Loyola just not able to connect. There's Cowan. Instead, it'll be Morrow who's going to have to fall on the puck, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for New Trier with 12:55 left here in the third period.
So as we mentioned, Max, we said it earlier in the broadcast, but these two teams have yet to play each other this season. They played each other 6 times last season. They are certainly familiar with each other. Last season, New Trier took 4 of the 6 games. Obviously, we know that the Ramblers won the Scholastic League, and then Trevians got their revenge in the championship game of the state tournament, knocking off those same Ramblers. But both teams won over 50 games last season. Loyola was 50-13. New Trier was 55-7. So just high-level competition between these two teams, and we're seeing it again here tonight.
Here comes Fitzsimmons. He misses the stick of Braun. Teams exchange possession in the neutral zone. Finally, Syverston comes out with it. Here's Buddington. He'll shoot that one. Pad save by Morrow. Fitzsimmons is going to chip it out into the neutral zone, make New Trier start over. Dolby quickly rink wide. That one fired in deep. It'll be Ackery far side corner. And that one cleared out. Puglisi's just going to dump it in. He'll head for a change. Backhanded Johnson's able to get that bouncing puck just to get out of the zone. Will it go far enough for an icing? No call. A little bit surprised we can get an icing there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the officials saw. It didn't look like it was close to being touched, and I didn't think it was a deflection.
On comes Treadcated. He has a nice play. Forehand, backhand, puck still loose.
Tried to toe drag his way through 2 defenders. Made it through 1. But wasn't able to get past the second. Nonetheless, some nifty stick work.
Now on comes Cerveri. He gives way to McAndrew. Checks his man. Back at the point, waiting for it. Was Cusick, and he keeps it in. But only for a moment. One and done again for Loyola. Here's Purcell. Has some trouble right along the boards in front of his own bench.
Wholesale changes between both teams made it look quite chaotic too.
On comes Frida. He'll shoot that one. A sprawling block from Puglisi. And a pad save from Preston Watt. Now McEwen. Looking for Boersma, gets it, not enough on the shot. Here's a backhanded attempt by Frida, puck still loose. Bodies all over the crease and slot area. Now comes with it is Charlie Ware for New Trier. He'll shoot that one well wide.
Frida was doing a nice job of being in the neighborhood where he needed to be for the Ramblers. Shot once, got his own rebound, shot again, got his own rebound, shot a 3rd time, then tried to center a pass through the slot. Unfortunately for him, no one home in the area with a white sweater on to play the puck, but a nice piece of play there by Loyola's Frida. As Loyola starting to gain a little bit of momentum here.
A little bit. They've been a little bit better in the offensive zone, still not getting enough consecutive chances. But it's been a little bit better here the last couple of minutes as Justin Watt kind of ill-advised. Plays on that puck and creates a chance for Loyola. Could have been a high stick. I think that's what Walker was looking for there. Didn't get the call. But this clearing attempt from New Trier actually hits the corner of the netting over along the far side boards. That's going to be an offensive zone draw coming for Loyola.
And it looked like in the corner it was McCarthy who had a little bit of miscommunication with his netminder, who told him to hold off as he thought the far side defenseman was coming over to play it. I think it was Dolby, I could be mistaken there. Nonetheless, instead of one of them going to play it, neither did, and it almost left the puck sitting there with the two New Trier defensemen looking at each other like, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go get that puck? Almost a dangerous opportunity there. That's why goalies are so key in communicating who's going to what puck and where he wants his defenders to stay.
Down. It could be a tripping call. Don't get it.
They're not coming.
A little bit surprised we didn't get a tripping call. This game has been very loose. Gallagher with the stretch pass. He's fighting for space in the slot. That big save by Morrow comes back to Gallagher. He shoots. He scores! And that makes it 4-1 New Trier.
Gallagher corralled his own rebound and just sniped one.
His second goal of the evening creates a commanding 4-1 lead.
Yep. He snipes one home above the glove of Ben Morrow.
What a great individual effort there by Gallagher.
Absolutely was, and a perfectly placed shot too. He picked his head up and just ripped one. So that'll push this game even farther away in favor of the Trevians here, as we're under the 9-minute mark in the third.
Obviously, Taylor, New Trier's gone on to play very well here tonight, but you can only wonder that first goal, had that not gone the way it did, where we'd be right now, if it would still be a 3-goal New Trier. Here's a chance out in front for Walker. One cleared out by New Trier. But you can only wonder what that did to the Rambler psyche and their confidence in this game. They were playing well. New Trier was getting chances, but defensively, Loyola was very solid and really just a bad break for Loyola on that first goal from New Trier.
Yeah, it was. We've seen a few bad breaks for the goals coming, at least the second goal and the third goal the way of the Trevians.
There's O'Rourke. He puts a shot in, but it's blocked, never got through. 8:13 left here in the third period.
You mentioned it, but between the quick start, the quick goal for the Ramblers, great goaltending, and some early physicality built up by the momentum of that early lead, it really seemed like a different Loyola team between that first period and later in the game here. Just a plethora of things going really right for the Ramblers that aren't necessarily going wrong now, but it seems like New Trier has settled into their game and they're starting to attack in droves.
Yeah, credit definitely goes to New Trier. They've really put the offensive pressure on throughout the game. It's clearly been the ice tilted in the Loyola end, and they've just started to finish some of their chances. Ben Morrow, obviously, the 4 goals tells a little bit different story than I think we both think.
Yeah, 100%.
He played here tonight.
100%. I'd love to see, we don't have the shot counter here. I'd love to see the shots on goal. I think he's well over 25. He's looked really, really solid. I certainly, if this score stands and you head into the locker room, I'm certainly not faulting my goaltender if I'm a Rambler tonight.
No doubt about it. 7:27 left here in the third period. Ludington comes out with the puck. We have a hit behind the play. Should have been a penalty.
And that's the stuff the referees need to see, because with Loyola being down 4-1, if you're going to start taking liberties on the Ramblers, they're going to retaliate. And justifiably so. So if the referees aren't calling things like that and they're not watching behind the play between these two teams, which, as we know, love to hate each other, you can find yourself in some hot water very quickly. Both teams will start taking liberties, and then this game can get out of hand quickly. You don't want to see that. So the referees need to take their whistles out of their pockets, start using it here as clock ticks down in the third period.
You mentioned it, 7 minutes left here in the third period. New Trier, a chance again. Puck disrupted by Loyola, and they're going to at least try to clear the puck, not able to. Now Max Zelazny gets a nice puck into the slot, but no one there for New Trier to play it. Played on. Zelazny gets checked off the puck. And out with it comes Dane Smotter. Now Dolby winds up, shoots. That one just missing the net. Might have been deflected. Now Syverston gonna retreat back in zone, let his team go for some changes. He's gonna now play up quickly to Ware. Ware sticks around one Loyola defender. Now a second far side circle, gets it into the slot. But a stick couldn't get the deflection it was looking for. Now Johnson able to get the puck for Loyola, trying to clear it out. Clemens now getting some time here for Loyola in the third period. 5:45, left in the game. Chance out in front. Schreiber not able to get anything on it. Here's Calby. That shot blocked, and that took a piece.
That's not feel good.
Of
That's
Liffendahl. Haven't called his name much here tonight.
No, we have not. The youngest of 4 brothers. All 3 of his older siblings playing for the Ramblers. He's the lone Trevian in the family.
Here's a chance back at the point. Big shot, Puglisi. Block never got through. He decides instead to throw it into the corner. Oh, a big hit, and that's going to be a penalty. And Trevian down. And we're starting to get a little bit chippy here. Taylor, you mentioned it.
Yep.
This physicality here in the third period has been much higher. And that's going to be a Rambler that's going to head to the box.
It sure is. I said if the referees are not going to call penalties when they should be in, the Trevians are going to try to take some liberties behind the play. Loyola's going to retaliate. They're going to get angry. It's a 4-1 game. They expect themselves to play better. They expect themselves to compete for the entirety of the game. They'll start taking runs. And if the officials aren't making calls to keep the playing surface even and level and fair, then this game could get out of hand. We're seeing it now. That was a nasty hit from an odd angle. And we have a Trevian shaken up now on the bench.
They're receiving some attention.
Yep.
For sure. Doesn't look too serious as he remains on the bench. Cusick back, trying to prevent a shot into the slot. Does a good job of that, steers it wide.
Loyola penalty to number 4, Charlie Cotton.
Now Dolby up
2
top.
minutes of interference at 5:05, resulting in a neutral green
Drink wide O'Rourke.
So we'll see. Let's watch the Loyola penalty kill work here. They'll see if they can continue to keep the Trevians to the outside. No power play goals for the Trevians tonight. I think this is their 4th or 5th attempt. And we've seen it from Loyola all evening. They're keeping things to the perimeter. They're allowing the Trevians to work the puck to the outside. They're not aggressively fork-checking or jumping up at them. They're letting them sort of set up, but they're not giving them this space that yields to high danger opportunities.
Chance in front, looking for some help in the slot, doesn't find it. Instead, opts to drop it back to Nolan. Near side, O'Rourke. Back to Nolan. Far side circle, Ackery drops it in behind the net to Hackett. Nolan tries to keep it at the point, but we've said Nolan a lot tonight. Hasn't showed up on the score sheet, but Taylor, I know you've been very impressed with the play so far
I
tonight.
absolutely have.
Of Tyler Nolan.
They say that when you're not saying the name of a defenseman often, he's having a good game. Much like in football, when you're not saying the name of an offensive lineman, they're likely having a strong and steady game, and that's all you need from your defenders. And he's been physical, he's been tough, he's been smart with and, most importantly, without the puck so far tonight. That's Tyler Nolan on the Trevians. As you mentioned, I've been very impressed with his game so far tonight.
Smoter intercepts that pass, skates in the Trier zone, but a shot easily gloved by Watt. Now New Trier with some space coming back. Here's Babbitt. Babnick not able to get the shot off he was looking for. And Clemens now tries to get something started for Loyola. Cole Music plays up ice. Clemens again, but not able to keep the puck in at the blue line. It's Cowan that has to restart play. Now Schreiber for Loyola. He'll shoot. That one a little bit awkward. Deflects off the glove of Watt. Now Zelazny. He'll be able to clear the zone. Walker skates wide, looking for some help. And the help will come in the form of a shot from the point, Nicholas Braun, but again, easily gloved by Watt, not the traffic in front I think Loyola's been looking for.
Certainly, and the Trevians, credit to the Trevians here too, Max. They've been playing some great hockey. They traveled out of town at this time about a month ago, played some AAA and U18 Prep Academy teams and came home. They've been undefeated in SHL since. They're 7-0 in the state of Illinois outside of Scholastic League play, including 3 wins over the only 2 teams in the top 10 in the state of Illinois that are not in this league, namely Bennett Academy and Providence Catholic, beating both those teams by 3 and 6 goals respectively.
Just continuing to make the statement of being the best team here in the state of Illinois.
They sure are. They sure are, just playing dominant hockey.
I haven't gotten a chance to see them play GBN yet. That comes up here in a couple of weeks. Number 1, number 2 teams in the state slotted to play just a couple of weeks from tonight. I know all eyes around the state will be on that game. Now Walker gets it out in front. Can't find a Rambler to put a shot on net for him. Minute and a half left here in the third period. Dolby was calling for it as he trailed on the play. Back up top. Here's Syverson, winds up, shoots. That one deflected in front and never got all the way through. Dolby gets the puck. Rink wide past Syverson with just a minute left here in the game. It's looking like a New Trier victory, and they will move their undefeated mark
1 minute
in league play
1 minute.
to 10-0. Overall, 22-1 here on the season. And with less than a minute to go, 45 seconds, couple of shots going back and forth. That puck loose in the neutral zone. Dolby gets taken down. Now comes McEwen. Oh, Frieda with a chance to add a second goal of the game. Just can't handle that deflection into the back of the Loyola net. And a whistle. I want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Game of the Week. CCTY Bearing, OPRF Hockey, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, Cognitive College Advising, and GBN Hockey. We thank them for their great support of the SHL and the SHL Game of the Week. 23 seconds left here in the third period. And it's looking like New Trier is going to improve to 10-0. Of course, our next SHL Game of the Week, we've added a game to the schedule. A big matchup Wednesday night between Glenbrook North and St. Viator in Northbrook. We will be there for that game.
That'll be a good one.
Seconds. Here's a shot. That one will high and wide. I know, Taylor, we were talking.
2 good teams, man.
The opportunity to add a game to the schedule. We saw this one and we certainly took advantage. And that's going to be the end of the game. New Trier moves to 10-0 in the SHL with a 4-1 win here in Wilmette. Taylor, really a complete performance from New Trier, really stifling Loyola offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a great job tonight. Loyola came out guns blazing. That quick goal early in the first. Some spectacular goaltending. Again, I want to talk about Ben Morrow's goaltending. He was on fire for the Ramblers tonight. They did wonderfully on the penalty kill. But the Trevians just attacked in droves. They never gave up. Really played a dominant 200-foot game. And with that second period that we saw is really when they put their foot down heavily on the accelerator and pushed forward.
So that will do it for us here tonight. Thank you to our great crew. Of course, Jimmy the Wiz Olsen, Matt Buden on the camera. Of course, to my right, Taylor Ramel. I am Max Anderson. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we will talk to you Wednesday evening from Northbrook.